Hey guys, Metal here. I get a lot of comments complimenting my aim or asking me how I aim so well, so I figured I'd make a tip video about it. It really all comes down to just playing the game and having practice, but there are a few ways you can make sure that you're spending your time as efficiently as possible building your muscle memory. So I'm going to share two methods with you. In addition to these methods, you should remember simple mouse aim do's and don'ts, like not using mouse smoothing or mouse acceleration. It's also important to keep in mind that your aim comes from both your crosshair placement and your ability to twitch aim. You should always be trying to keep your crosshair placement good. That means aiming your crosshair up at head level and at a doorway or a window or somewhere where you think your enemy will come from. You shouldn't be like looking at the floor or looking at a wall or something. That doesn't really do you much good in most circumstances. So the first method I have for you guys is to just load up Terrorist Hunt. You're going to want to disable all of the modes besides Classic from your matchmaking preferences because you don't want to have to worry about objectives and enemies bunching up around them. So you just play solo and push into the building. Focus on getting headshots. If you want to improve rushing movement, now's going to be a good time as well, so just focus on moving through the building quickly and making evasive maneuvers. Do not, I repeat, do not focus on the speed of your aim. You don't want to be focusing on your speed and establishing muscle memory about being fast but missing. You want to make sure that your muscle memory is about being accurate, because when you get your muscle memory down, if you were focusing on being accurate, then that speed will just come naturally. So just focus on clearing rooms, moving evasively like I said, and just try and finish the mission getting nothing but headshots. I feel it's also important to add that you shouldn't be treating this like it's T-Hunt. You should be treating it like it's multiplayer. You should be pushing aggressively. You shouldn't really worry about things like the suicide bombers or the nitro cell packed rooms and things. You should just be treating it like it's just a multiplayer match versus a bunch of enemies. That's how you're going to, again, build the best muscle memory. You don't want to have to, because you're not going to be thinking about like rooms full of nitro cells in multiplayer, so you shouldn't think about it that much here. If you get killed by it, just oh well, whatever. And just restart and do it again. Now, my second suggestion is just going to be to play another game. Now, it's going to sound a little weird, but if you're trying to improve your aim for Rainbow, why would you play a different game? But as long as it's a game with similar ADS mechanics, where you have hip fire that's random and then ADS that's always perfectly accurate with the exception of recoil, like say Call of Duty or Titanfall, the muscle memory you build in those games will carry over just fine to Siege, as long as you make sure that your sensitivity is the same in both games. Now, how do you do that? There's online calculators for it, but some of them want money from you and things like that. So if you can get one of those that work for you, then that's fine. The other way you can just go about it is by just measuring how far it takes for you to turn a 360 circle at your sensitivity in Rainbow, and then setting your sensitivity in that other game to be the same to spin a 360 circle. Again, if you have acceleration enabled, that will make that inconsistent, so just don't use acceleration. It's a bad idea. Anyway, now the reason that you would play a different game, or even T-Hunt for that matter, is that because Rainbow is a 5v5 no respawn game, you're not very efficiently using your time building muscle memory. You're not, at the most, you have to twitch 5 times in one round, and that round is going to be 3 or 4 minutes long, whereas in Terrorist Hunt, you might finish that in 3 or 4 minutes, and you're going to kill 22 enemies. So you're going to have to twitch 22 times in 3 to 4 minutes instead of 5 times 3 to 4 minutes, which means that you are having to use your aim a lot more and having to rely on it a lot more, and you will build muscle memory for your aim a lot quicker. Now, or playing something like Call of Duty or Titanfall or any other game with a similar ADS mechanic that are respawn games that will force you to aim more, that all works. Now, and it also means that you have more enemies to deal with, which means you'll have to deal with being shot from multiple directions or flanked more often, which are both good things to learn how to twitch aim to deal with, how to spin 360 or whatever, however much you need to spin to engage someone who is behind you. I hope you guys find this tip useful. Please leave a like if you do. If you want to see more of my tips, commentaries, or gameplay from me in the future, please subscribe. My social media links are in the description, as well as my official Discord where you can chat with me and other fans, and also game. If you really enjoy my content, please help me commit to doing this full time by supporting me on Patreon. Have a great one, everyone.